Hello, everybody. Welcome back to The Beauty Brief, your go-to podcast for all things makeup and beauty. I'm your host, Maddie Pede, and let's get into it. Guys, I have eye makeup back on today. The eye infection is fully gone. The eye infection era is done. And thank you, Jesus. I really missed mascara. I really missed eyeliner. We are back. Okay, starting out with our first segment, we have some beauty news today. Up first, Ulta has announced that Amika will be sold at Ulta. A bit irrelevant to me because we don't have Ulta in Canada. This one makes me really sad because I love Amika. Between Amika and Living Proof, those are probably my favorite high-end hair care brands. It's just so good. They have so many good products. So it is going to be available in store and online. At this point, I don't even know what I need to do to get Ulta in Canada. I will roam the streets getting signatures on a petition. I'll do whatever it takes. I just really want an Ulta. Okay, moving on. Coty has announced that they did a huge strategic review on their consumer beauty business. Apparently, they had a net loss of $381 million in its 2024-2025 fiscal year. Now, if you don't know, Coty owns CoverGirl, Sally Hansen, Rimmel, Wella, a bunch of brands. Also, side note, let me know if you want me to do a video. I might do a separate video or maybe a segment, depending on how long it's going to be, on like who owns what. Because obviously you have Coty, but then you have L'Oreal and Estee Lauder. They all like dominate the beauty world. Anyways, let me know if you'd be interested in like a video on that. Who owns what, the logistics of everything. I'll make it kind of fun and like, I don't know. So let me know if you're interested in something like that. But either way, you might be thinking, okay, so Coty lost a lot of money. Like, why does this even matter? I've seen a few articles about this. And I mean, the big things are that these big brands are under pressure. $381 million loss in 1 year is a lot. So this could mean like huge budget cuts, big brand pivots, slower launches, weird step backs. It could just mean giant changes in the beauty world. Everyone just buckle up and let's see what frickin' happens here. Okay, moving on to our next segment, we have latest beauty launches smash or pass, where we go through all of the new beauty launches which have been announced or teased or leaked for that matter, and I will tell you whether I think they're worth a smash or a pass. Okay, the way I gasped when I saw this palette, and yes, it's another neutral palette. I don't want to hear it, okay, because it's beautiful. This is the Down to Earth palette from Give Me Glow Cosmetics. It is a big 24 pan eyeshadow palette. The description on their Instagram post says, this palette has been in the works for quite some time. It's so magical to see it in person and finally done. Oh. My goal for this palette was to give you basically 6 mini palettes within one huge palette, but make them all work together. It was a lot, and I mean a lot of planning, but it turned out so good. So yeah, the 24 eyeshadows are kind of like divvied up into 6 mini palettes. And I like that she actually broke it down. So the first quad is a muted lavender taupe quad. The second quad is muted limes and olives. Then you have the third quad, which is warm chocolates. The fourth quad is grunge neutrals. The fifth quad is muted terracottas and peaches. And the sixth quad is cool money greens. It is literally stunning. I know. Another neutral palette. I get it. Also, side note, I've been doing a lot of British accents lately. I'm so sorry. But anyways, here we are. There are a ton of really, really beautiful cool tones, a lot of neutral tones. It's not super warm, which is personally what I want. I feel like I talk a lot of smack about warm tones. It's not that I'm against warm tones here. I just find the beauty industry tends to run a lot more warm. Eyeshadow formulas, blushes, bronzers, primers, foundations, it's all so warm. And the thing I find about it is you add that all together and you literally look so warm. That is my issue there. So it's not like I'm against warm tones. I just feel like we need to chill on the warmth of the warm tones. You know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. Anyways, this is, oh my God, it's just so good. I will say, I think they could have launched this maybe like a month earlier. You know, once you're getting to like mid-September, people are really going like, they're rewatching Twilight, you know, they're going full fall mode. So I feel like this just would have had a little bit more excitement around it. Not to say that people aren't excited about it, but you know what I mean? Now people are like getting geared up for Thanksgiving, well, American Thanksgiving and the holidays. Anyways, enough babbling on. This is literally so pretty. It is an absolute smash. Okay, moving on to Jeffree Star Cosmetics. I genuinely forget about this brand. I forget about him. Every now and then he pops up on TikTok and I'm like, oh, hey, what's up? Anyways, this is the Night Owl collection. It says, step inside this dark forest fantasy inspired by the magic, wisdom, and spirit of the owl. There was no L in owl, so I was very confused. Anyways, the main focal point is the Night Owl Artistry Palette, which is $56. And it is really beautiful. People were saying in the Trend Mood post that they didn't like the fact that it was owl shaped. I like it. I think let's make makeup fun again. Sure, why not have an owl shaped eyeshadow palette? Is it practical? No. Is it an owl? Yeah, it's cute, whatever. I think the color story is nice. The top half is a lot more neutral. You have some greens in there as well. And then the bottom half, there's a lot more pops of colors. It's pretty. Am I blown away? No. He's also launching 3 lip arousal. These are $22. There are 5 velour eye crayons, which are $25. The Magic Star eye patches, which are $18, and a 6-piece eyeshadow brush set, which are $38. And they're also sold individually. Thank you so much for that, because that is always my pet peeve with brush set. Everyone loves a brush set. And I'm like, can we chill with the brush sets? I want one. I want that one. That's good. That's fine. I don't need all of them. Anyways, it will be available November 7th at 12 p.m. on their website. We love a timed launch. Okay. Yeah, I do think it's beautiful. And I think obviously Jeffree Star has a lot of like controversy around him. You either love him or you hate him. I think one thing to be said, he knows a lot about makeup. He makes a good formula. He knows how to find a good formula. He knows how to judge a good formula. So he knows his makeup. I just think it's unfortunate that his actions and career has kind of landed him in this, point of people not liking him. You know what I mean? Because it's just like makeup is makeup and he makes good makeup. But unfortunately, he does what he does. So here we are. I do think the Night Owl palette, yeah, it's cute, but looking at the outside of it, it's just like very, I mean this in the nicest way possible, Hot Topic. Like it just doesn't look luxurious. It doesn't look like old Jeffree Star. I know some people are gonna love it. For me, it's a pass. Okay, moving on to this new ColourPop Fresh Kiss Candy Cane collection. It is a limited edition Hello Laneige dupe. So firstly, you have the lip scrub, which is $10. You have the lip mask, which is $10. You have the glossy balm, also $10. The mistletoe kisses set, which is $27. And the lip mask and lip scrub duo, which is $18. This will be available starting October 30th and available at Target on November 2nd. I had no idea that ColourPop is sold at Target. What? My God, another one we don't have in Canada. We used to have Target and now we don't. Very upsetting. I can't talk about it. I think this is solid. It's a really, really good gift set moving into the holiday season. I always say that face masks and lip products make the best gift. That's always my go-to. It's a safe bet. Everyone is going to use a lip mask. Everybody is going to use a glossy balm. Like this is so universal for a gift. Give the people what they want. I think it does the damn thing. The prices are good, makes a good cost-effective gift, but still really good quality. I'm going to give it a smash. Okay, moving on to the new holiday collection from Essence. Now, I saw this on their Instagram page and I was like, this is adorable, add it to cart. But I have some thoughts. So firstly, let's get into the nitty gritty. This is the Nuts About You collection. It is all like nutcracker themed. Yes, you're tickling my holiday fancy. So firstly, there is a lip beautifier, which is $6.99. That's the thing about Essence. Like their price point is insane. It is a sheer shimmer balm. Then they have their lip balm, which is $5.99. Their blush lighter, which is also $5.99. Their all over highlighter, also $5.99. Liquid lipstick doesn't have a price. Face brush, bracelet duo, and nail stickers. So it is really, really cute. Right off the bat, my standouts are the nutcracker highlighter situation. It looks so gold though, but I mean, it's stunning. The lip beautifier is really cute. The face brush is really cute. And also the little like snow globe situation. It's the lip balm, but shaped like a snow globe. Adorable. I just think these are really, really good stocking stuffers. Here is my but. The thing about Essence is that it is very, very affordable. And at first, sometimes you look at things and think, wow, that's so cute. And then you actually look at it and you're like, this doesn't look good. Like the lip beautifier, the gold packaging is stunning. It's shaped like a nutcracker. Like you're just looking at this and being like, if Charlotte Tilbury launched this, no one would bat an eye. Like everyone would be like, oh my God, that's adorable. Anyways, then once you actually look at the lip beautifier, like the stick of it and the balm stick, you're like, I don't know. Like now that's not as good as the outside. So with their products, I find sometimes it's like looks can be deceiving. I find Essence formulas to be very hit or miss, but I'm always always very kind to them because their price point is so low. However, if it is $5.99 or $59.99, I'm still spending money on it and not liking the formulas. So no matter how affordable or expensive a product is, I'm still wasting money on a product I don't like. So that's my but about that. I do think that this makes a really, really good gift. I do think the products are very like trendy. You have lip balms, highlighters, all over highlighter, all of that sort of stuff. So products which are trendy, especially with a younger demographic right now. I think that they still deserve a smash. I'm definitely gonna try some things. Okay, moving on to a very nostalgic 2000s throwback. Sarah Jessica Parker is launching a new fragrance. I know, 2003 called. She wants her fragrance back. No, Sarah Jessica Parker just wants to launch another goddamn fragrance. Fine. You go, girl. So this is the lovely Noir Eau de Parfum. It's just screaming like Tuscan 2000s traditional house. Your bathroom has potpourri. You bake banana bread with walnuts in it. Like it, oh, and those are women that I love. You're going to jazzercise. Oh, it's such a good time. And honestly, I want to be that woman. Thank you. This says it presents a composed interpretation of femininity. Why do I always struggle with femininity? I mean, it is a hard word to say. Anyways, through a floral woody structure, this fragrance brings together luminous notes and a quiet depth, creating an atmosphere of evening poise. It is built upon Parker's established fragrance identity, while reflecting a forward approach that values quality, design, and environmental awareness. It was a really great description, but at the same time, I just read so much and have no idea what this smells like. Okay, great. Anyways, the top notes, pear, mandarin, and jasmine. Heart notes are benzoin. Did I pronounce that right? Sounds like a chemical ingredient. You have peony, sandalwood, vetiver, amber, and patchouli. It says the structure unfolds gradually, allowing its floral and woody nuances to reveal themselves in a balance, offering a mood suited for evening wear. Yeah, I'm still reading a lot of things and I genuinely have no idea if I would like this. Floral and woody kind of scares me a little bit, but I always say on the beauty brief, I'm not a fragrance girly. I either smell it and I like it, or I smell it and I don't like it. So I will definitely be going in store to smell this. I think the bottle is stunning. I think this is hitting something nostalgic inside so many people. So I think there's gonna be a lot of buzz around this. For me personally, am I rushing to buy it though? No. I don't usually smash or pass fragrances, but even if I smelt this, would I be rushing to buy it? Probably not. It's a pass. Okay, moving on to some holiday collections from Dove. Really good presents, really good stocking stuffers. So they are coming out with a bunch of different products in 3 different scents. You have sugar cookie sprinkle, which sounds unbelievable. You have frosted plum berry and then hot cocoa swirl. I would be going for sugar cookie sprinkle. Oh no, you have 4. You also have gingerbread delight. Yeah, hot cocoa swirl just isn't in the picture, so I don't really know why. But anyways, they have a bunch of different products. You have body mist, deodorants, bar soaps, body wash, body scrubs, and hand wash. I haven't really tried a lot of like the scented Dove stuff because I'm not gonna lie, I definitely used some scented Dove stuff back in the day and it gave me an allergic reaction. I think I've talked about that previously on the podcast. Anyways, I do think that these make really, really nice gifts. A body mist, a body wash, and a body scrub. Sign me up. Such a good gift. I'm into it. I like the scents. Maybe I'll try like the hand wash or something like that. Get in the festive spirit. Smash. Okay, moving on to another Laneige lip sleeping mask. I know, can you believe it? I swear to God, it's like every single like 2 weeks they're coming out with a new lip sleeping mask. And at this point, I'm just like, chill out. You know in the Grinch when he's at the, what is it? What's the Whoville thing? Like the big festive thing? The whatever it is, you know what I'm talking about. You're watching this being like, it's this. When they're giving all the food to the Grinch and then it cuts to the scene of the Grinch like so full and just like stuffing himself with food and people are shoving food in his face. Laneige lip sleeping mask is the Who's and I'm the Grinch. Okay? Chill a little bit. It doesn't mean I don't like the Laneige lip sleeping mask, although for me, I did have an allergic reaction to it. Also talked about that many times on the podcast as well. But I respect the Laneige lip sleeping mask. I think it works for a lot of people, but at this point, you just keep shoving new flavors in our face and I'm like, can we chill? And especially something like this. This is Blue Lemonade. Why are you launching this at the beginning of November, moving into the holiday season? Like this is prime time, beginning of spring, get everyone excited for summer. Like this scent doesn't even make sense for this time of year. Oh my God. Like just, chill. Anyways, Blue Lemonade. It says to be a swirl of lemon and blue cream soda scents. It sounds like it would be delightful. I don't know about the finish of it, like what shade you would end up with. Blue and yellow. I'm like, I don't know if I'd like that. Anyways, I just, at this point, Laneige, please, for the love of God, chill. Just chill. Just chill. It doesn't mean we don't love you. Just chill. Okay, it's a pass. Okay, moving on to some new additions to the buttery sticks from sheglam. I don't know what the buttery sticks are. I thought that these were completely new. Anyways, I don't use sheglam. Honestly, sheglam is a brand I kind of ignore, but when I saw these, I was like, damn, it is getting hard to ignore because these freaking contour and bronzer sticks look so good. There are both highlighter sticks and contour sticks. So firstly, the highlighter sticks, which are $7.59, such a particular number, but $7, like that is insane. It says though that it delivers the same silky smooth buttery texture you've grown to love. Oh my God, just reading that, the same silky smooth buttery texture. All I got was the guy doing the commercial with his wife.
Baked on a buttery crust.
It is infused with moisturizing benefits. It is dewy, buildable, and compact. Satin finish with radiant glow. A multi-use highlighter for your eyes, lips, body, and face. Eyes, lips, body, face. There are 6 sparkly shades. You have Vanilla Frost, Gold Rings, Pink Satin, Rose Rush, Pie Crust. What an interesting name. And then you have Red Bean, also another interesting name, which is apparently orange. Okay. Anyways, sounds nice, but what I think sounds the best is the Buttery Buff Contour and Bronzer Stick. The shade range of this, a moment. Okay. It says that it is precise sculpting meets buttery blend baked on a buttery blend, creamy, silky, skin-like finish that hydrates and nourishes, and it has buildable coverage. Oh my God, there are so many good shades. And I'm reading like cool tan, cool gray taupe, cool gray, cool rosy taupe. Like those are the buzzwords that I want to hear other than these freaking warm tones that we're used to. There are so many nice shades. You have a variety of cool tones, warm tones. There's a good variety of shades. The packaging looks stunning. This, oh, I forgot to say, is $6.89. Look at this and tell me that this does not look like Anastasia Beverly Hills. I don't know. Like I said, sheglam is a brand that scares me. I ignore the brand. I don't use the brand and I just don't know. And the more that they're releasing, I'm like, God damn it, this looks so good. So please let me know your thoughts on sheglam. I'm very, very torn. I don't know what to say other than I don't know. So moving on, there is a new collab which has been announced between Rare Beauty and Béis. I think this absolutely makes sense because to me, the girlies who use Rare Beauty are the girlies who wear Béis bags, like have the Béis luggage and the Béis like backpack or whatever. You know what I mean? Like this is a match made in heaven in my opinion. You go girls. So it is said to be a collection of cosmetics accessories inspired by one of Rare's most beloved shades, Worth Blush, a rose hue. Cute. So it's actually based off of one of her shades. Love it. And the shade is really, really nice. So the 3 designs are a blush case, which is a snap case keychain for your soft pinch liquid blush. Very gimmicky, I'll be completely honest, but it's cute. Give the people what they want, which are gimmicky aesthetic things. And don't get me wrong, I love gimmicky aesthetic things, okay? Anyways, then there's the makeup brush pouch with wipeable lining and elastic loops to keep your tools secure during travel. Sign me up immediately. I love a good makeup bag. Like then there is a large cosmetic pouch, which is a pro kit organization, also with wipeable lining, French pockets, dividers, brush holders, zip pocket, and clear storage. Does anyone else just like go absolutely crazy for good organization? You're combining my 2 favorite things, organization and beauty. I'm just a girl. So there weren't a ton of pictures. They were just kind of like teaser pictures. The soft pinch liquid blush keychain thing, it's cute. It is gimmicky. We'll just say it how it is. The makeup brush pouch is really nice. I already own something like this, so I probably wouldn't get this. Genuinely, if you're wondering about a good makeup brush travel bag, get your hands on something like this. It is so good. Then the actual big makeup bag, it's literally just one teaser picture and it just shows the outside of the bag. So opening it up and seeing what's inside and like all the different pockets and components and all that stuff is really what will make or break my decision. All in all, the collab itself, I think is an absolute smash. Like I said, I think the girlies who use Rare Beauty are the girlies who like are obsessed with Béis. I just think like know your clientele, know the people, give the people what they want. And this is absolutely that. The color is also stunning. And I like that it's an actual pre-existing Rare Beauty shade. I love it. No notes so far. I will do a follow-up with like more details on the actual bag. For now, it's a smash. Okay, guys, moving on to our next segment, we have a brand new one called the products that should have stayed in the lab. These products are so bad, you shouldn't have even bothered. Starting out first with the e.l.f. Holy Strokes Brow Pen. Now, this claimed to be a microfine liquid brow pen with a buildable pigment supposed to create ultra fine hair-like strokes. brows. Now, brow pens are probably my favorite way of doing my brows. Lately, I've actually been using a brow gel, which I actually have been enjoying, but a brow pen just gives you the most like crispy, like clean brow look in my opinion. Anyways, the thing that was so bad about this, number one, the shades. None of the shades worked for me, which is like very, very rare. If the blonde shade is like too warm for me or too light for me, usually I can go to the taupe shade. If the taupe shade isn't dark enough, I can usually go to like the light brown shade. Like there's always something that will work for me. It might not be my favorite shade ever, but there's always something that'll work for me. Point blank, period. The e.l.f. one, none of them worked. I went back and bought a new one 2 separate times. So I had 3 of these total. Also, the other thing that was so bad is the fact that they had no pigment. I was gonna originally say that they dried out. It wasn't even like they actually dried out because they didn't even have a chance to dry out. They were just, there was nothing there to dry out to begin with. And like I said, I had 3 of these total and it was the same thing on all 3 of these. And when I went on to see other people's reviews, they experienced the same thing. One person said, no pigment at all. I bought it as a cheaper alternative. When I tried to use it, it literally did not work. Another person said, the product doesn't come out unless you press hard, which defeats the purpose. 100%. This is what I mean though. I think I talked about this maybe 2 episodes ago where the consistency of e.l.f. has really gone downhill for me. The things I've tried lately are really hit or miss, and the misses for me are really, really bad. Like so bad. And I found a couple years ago, the consistency of e.l.f. was really, really good. There was maybe one product like here or there, once in a blue moon that I didn't like, but for the most part, I really enjoyed everything. Now over the last year, it's been like 1-2 products that I've actually liked. It's shocking. e.l.f. needs to go back to the lab for this one. Moving on to the NYX Smushy Matte Lip Balm. Now, they sent this to me in PR and I'm so grateful for them for sending me this. The PR package is so cute. They did this whole like Candyland thing. It was adorable. It came with 3 of these Smushy Matte Lip Balms and those were your actual like player pieces for the board game. It was adorable. Me and my niece played it. 10 out of 10. We thoroughly enjoyed it. This lip balm formula though, did not enjoy it. And I had really, really high hopes for this. If you remember me talking about this on the beauty brief, I was so excited. I thought, okay, this is something we've never seen before. It's very unique, very innovative. This could be really, really cool. I had very, very high hopes. Those hopes came crashing down really quickly. There is a reason we don't see matte lip balms on the market. Now, what this claimed to be is a lip balm with a soft matte finish, aiming to blur lips and give a trendy texture. Trendy texture is one way to put it, that's for sure. The texture is very, very weird. It feels like powdery, kind of like how a matte primer would be. It didn't feel very like moisturizing like a lip balm either. It's just weird. It's just so weird. And because they're pigmented as well, but then a matte finish, it just kind of looks weird and like chunky on the lips. I will say the pigment payoff that you get is good, but it just ends up looking kind of funky. Like you just took a matte pore filling primer, put a little bit of pigment in it, and then now you're like rubbing it on your lip. Like it's just weird. Some people said it's an incredibly slippery product, just slides to the sides of your lip when you rub your lips together. Yes, it is. It genuinely is like a pore filling primer that you put on your lips like that. I have no other way of describing it. Other people said that the finish emphasizes flaky lips, which I agree with, and the product does not last. Yeah, it does kind of just like disappear off your lips. This is one of those things where you try and take 2 opposites and put them together. A balmy lip product, which is like comforting on the lips, plus a matte finish, and the 2 just like don't go together. It's like oil and water. I appreciate NYX for trying to do something different and innovative, but it's a no. She's got to go back to the lab. Okay, moving on to the L'Oreal Skin Ink Concealer. Another one I got in PR and I was so excited about this one. It's so lightweight. You shake it and it's like very fluidy. So I was very, very excited, and I love anything that's like super, super lightweight, almost like a skin tint kind of vibe, and that's what this seemed like. They claim that it's a lightweight blending and full coverage concealer / foundation. It is a hybrid product, which I found kind of interesting because like it's small, like it's a concealer size product. So not something you really want to be using as a foundation all over your face because you're going to go through that so quick. But either way, the thing I liked about it was how lightweight it was and how easy it was to blend in the skin. But once you actually got it blended in, it literally dried so fast. and not in a good way. My face felt so dry. Because it was so lightweight, it just like sunk into every single like pore and fine line and nook and cranny I have on my face. When I used this under my eyes and set my under eyes with powder, it creased almost like instantaneously, showing up in lines that I didn't even realize I had under my eyes. Like I was looking in the mirror being like, oh my God, I was scared. Other people said the finish did not look any better, sets very quickly, it dries incredibly patchy. The worst concealer I have ever used. Oh my God. Yeah, it also didn't sit nicely underneath other products. When I went over with my powders, cream blushes, bronzers, literally anything, trying to mesh it with my skin prep and stuff like that, it just ended up all looking so patchy. It was not a good time. Another person said wear time is disappointing, especially when there are better drugstore options available. I completely agree, especially since L'Oreal, I feel like, is up there with drugstore prices. I feel like they're probably the most expensive when it comes to drugstore pricing. So at the end of the day, this product was just so disappointing, especially since L'Oreal face products have always been so reliable. They come out with a new foundation or concealer and there's a really, really good chance that I'm going to like it. If they are planning on making this whole Skin Inc. brand an entire line of products, and this is the first tester, they really, really got to sort it out. You got to go back to the lab. Let me know if you tried any of these 3 products and what your experience was with them. Also, let me know what beauty products you think needs to go back to the lab. If you like this segment, let me know down in the comments. I will definitely do more of it in the future. But either way, guys, that is it for today's episode. As always, be sure to let me know which of the latest beauty launches you're smashing or passing. Without further ado, I will see you in my next video. I am doing a second upload every single week on Wednesdays. So keep your eyes out for that video. Make sure you subscribe so you can stay up to date. And I will see you in my next video and my next beauty brief episode. Bye, guys.